Merry Christmas, you filthy animal. I'm joking. Oh, jeez. Yes, guys, welcome back to another video on the channel. And yeah, it has been a long time since I said this. It's the Premier League predictions, yes! But yeah, it has been over a month, I think, since I last uploaded a Premier League predictions video. But yeah, it's Christmas Day. Merry Christmas, everyone. But yeah, and obviously, how nice is this Inter Milan shirt, by the way? Look how nice this is. I got a Barcelona one, I got Spurs third shirt. But I've decided today to rock the Inter Milan shirt. I know we're not an English team, but this kit is absolutely banging. So fair play to Inter, because this kit is an absolute beauty. But yeah, anyway, make sure to smash the like button, subscribe, and let's get into game week 17 of the Premier League predictions. Okay, so let's get into game week 17 of the Premier League predictions. And the first game is Brentford versus my club, Tottenham Hotspur. Now, obviously, I actually watched Tottenham in a friendly the other day as we drew 1-1 with Nice. And to be fair, I think we probably should have won that game. I think we were the better team over Nice, in my opinion. Brentford, they've had 3 friendlies, and in those friendlies, Brentford have not done well at all. They lost 2-1 to Bordeaux, and I think Bordeaux, they were in the second division of French football. They lost 3-1 to Celta Vigo, and they got a 2-2 draw against Wolfsburg. So during this little break, Brentford have not been doing great, to be honest. But Brentford, last Premier League game, they went to the Etihad Stadium. Ivan Toney scored 2. Brentford won 2-1. If you can beat Man City, you can beat anyone in this league. To be fair, Brentford, they are a very, very good side. But obviously, last time we actually played Brentford, it was 0-0. And to be fair, Brentford, it can be a hard place to go. But I know we will be missing we'll be missing 2 big players, Hugo Lloris and Christian Romero. They are not back from the World Cup yet, which is a bit frustrating. It is frustrating, but I think without them, we could be fine. Fraser Forster, he probably made one mistake against Nice, but when he's been at Southampton, he's been actually quite decent. So he could be decent tomorrow. And we got other defenders we could put in there: Dyer, Sanchez, Tanganga. But Brentford, they will come at us. Yeah. Prediction though, I'll back us. Brentford 1, Tottenham 2, 2-1 Spurs. Okay, so we now move on from one London derby to another London derby. It is Crystal Palace versus Fulham. Now Fulham, I don't really know what's going on with them. They've actually got 1 point in 3 games, which is that is true. They've got 1 point in 3 games, which is not that great. But to be fair, they played Everton, City, and United, so yeah. But to be fair, they lost to City and United 2-1, so that's not a bad result. And I'm sure against Everton, it's not the best result, to be honest. But yeah, Fulham actually have played a friendly, and they played West Ham in a friendly, which they drew 1-1. That's not a bad result. But obviously, Fulham, last time they went to Selhurst Park was 2019. Oh no, 2021. Sorry, it was 0-0 draw. And to be fair, Palace have got really good home. They've got really good home fans. Palace, I think they've won the last 3 games at Selhurst Park. So there's one team to back here, and it's Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace 2, Fulham 1, 2-1 Crystal Palace. Okay then, and the next game is Everton versus Wolves. Now this is going to be it could be either a boring game or it could be a scrappy one. Wolves, they are Wolves on the lowest scorers in the Premier League. Wolves have scored 8 goals. Wolves have scored 8 goals in 15 matches, which is not that good. And they've conceded 24, which is not the most, because the team that's conceded the most is Bournemouth with 32. That is not good. But Wolves, I don't know. I think they are interested in Kuna, the guy from Atletico Madrid, and he's a decent player, so he could get some goals in for Wolves. But Everton, they're not really doing that great at the moment. But I think Everton, they have a 12th man, and that's the fans. The fans really get behind the team. But Wolves, defensively they can be decent, and I think both teams will want to win this one. But for me, I think Wolves are going to win this one. I know Everton will fight hard, they want to win for the fans, but for me, I'm going to back Wolves. And Julian Lopetegui's first game in the Premier League, he's going to get a win. Everton 0, Wolves 1, 1-0 to Wolves. Okay, then now this is probably, in my opinion, you could say one of the games of the round. It is Leicester versus Newcastle United. Now, if you look at form, Newcastle have been absolutely flying with 5 wins out of 5. They are third place. Oh no, they are in general. They are in general, I think. They are in general, sorry. Sorry about that, that's me being stupid. But yeah, if we look at this, Leicester's home record is 17th, which is not that good. But Newcastle, their away form is first. Newcastle played 7 games away from home. They've won 3, drawn 3, and Newcastle have only lost 1 away game this season, which is not too bad, to be honest. But Leicester recently have picked up some form in the matches they played recently, which they played MK Dons in the Cup, West Ham in the Premier League, Leicester in the Cup, Everton, Man City and Wolves. 1 loss for Leicester, and that was against Man City. They beat Wolves, they beat Everton, they beat Newport, they beat West Ham, and they beat MK Dons. Leicester, ever since that 4-0 win against Nottingham Forest, things have changed at Leicester, and they look very good now. But they are, to be fair, coming into this game, Leicester are missing big players. James Maddison, Soyuncu, and James Christian. They are 3 key players for Leicester, and they're all out injured, which is a really, really big loss for them. But Newcastle are missing Alexander Isak, which is a big loss for them. But Newcastle, they still got good players in their team. Callum Wilson, Sir Maximan Trippier. But, Leicester have got Jamie Vardy, Harvey Barnes, Tielemans. But it'll be a close one, but Newcastle, I think they'll win this one. Leicester 0, Newcastle 2. 2-0 Newcastle. Okay then, and the next game is Southampton versus Brighton. Now Southampton, what is going on at them? They are currently 19th, and of course Southampton, their last Premier League game was a 3-1 loss at Liverpool, and that was the first game under Nathan Jones. I said this on TFP. Why on earth have Southampton, out of all managers that are free, why have they got Nathan Jones? Nathan Jones out of all managers. I'm sorry, Nathan Jones, and I'm sorry to all the Luton fans. He is a shit manager. He is so bad. Well, to be fair, I know we took Luton, I think, to the playoffs last season, but come on. Look at that. The first game, now Jurgen Klopp against Nathan Jones. I'm sorry, Southampton, but that is a rubbish appointment. And Brighton, they are absolutely bossing it. I don't think they'll have McAllister for this game, which is a big loss for them. But they still got other great players in their team, and I know they lost to Charlton in the Cup, which is a disappointing one. But Brighton, I think they'll win this one. They're going to walk Southampton. Southampton 0, Brighton 4-0 Brighton. Okay, we now move on to the 5:30 kickoff, and it is Aston Villa versus Liverpool. Now, I did watch Liverpool the other night in their 3-2 defeat in the Carabao Cup against Manchester City, and to be honest, I think Liverpool really deserved to lose. I think in the first half, Man City were all over. Well, to be fair, I think in the whole game, City absolutely batters Liverpool. Liverpool, I'm sorry, you were absolutely shit. You were fucking shit. City were all over you. But to be fair, Liverpool, obviously last Premier League game, they beat, Liverpool, they've won their last 2 league games. They beat Tottenham, sadly, 2-1, and obviously they beat Liverpool. They beat Southampton as well. But, Villa Park's a tough place to go. The atmosphere at Villa Park's good. Villa got a good manager in Unai Emery. Obviously, look what happened in Unai's first game. Look what happened in Unai Emery's first game at Villa Park. What happened? They beat United 3-1. So, to be honest, Villa, if Villa, they do have a chance. They could win this game, but Liverpool, I think they're too strong. It's going to be Villa 0, Liverpool 2, 2-0 Liverpool, but I generally will not be surprised if Aston Villa win this game. And P.S. Liverpool fans, 7-2. But yeah, Anyway, the final game on Boxing Day is Arsenal versus West Ham. Now, who can honestly stop Arsenal at the moment? Played 14, won 12, drew 1, lost 1. 37 points in 14 games. That is just outstanding. And just how? How have Arsenal turned into Manchester City all of a sudden? A few seasons ago under Wenger, they were absolutely awful. Now they're the next Man City. They're the next big thing. And I can't believe I'm saying this as a Spurs fan, but Arsenal, who can generally stop them at the moment? They are honestly too good. But to be honest, this is going to be a very, very tough game for West Ham. West Ham are a very good team. This is going to be West Ham. It's going to be tough for them. They're playing an Arsenal side who are unstoppable right now. But obviously, last time they played each other at the Emirates, it was 2-0 to Arsenal. But to be fair, both means have been tight at the Emirates. 2-0 Arsenal, 2-1 Arsenal, 1-0 Arsenal. That's the last 3 games of the Emirates. It's been quite tight. So Arsenal, they found a way, but they found it quite difficult. But to be fair, in the last 23, Arsenal have won 18, and West Ham have won 2. So I think there's one winner here. It's Arsenal. Arsenal 3, West Ham 0, 3-0 to Arsenal. Okay, well now we move on to Tuesday's games, and the first game is Chelsea versus Bournemouth at Stamford Bridge. Now, obviously, last time these two actually played each other at Stamford Bridge, Bournemouth actually won 1-0. And the manager that day, a particular Eddie Howe. Now, to be fair, Bournemouth have, in the Premier League, that was a good day for them. And to be fair, Eddie Howe, if Bournemouth actually turned up, they would actually win. I remember when Conte was Chelsea manager, I think it was Conte, they lost 3-0. And obviously under Lampard they lost 1-0. So to be fair, Bournemouth, if they turn up, they can do well. But to be fair, both players are missing players. And Chelsea, they are missing loads. Broja, Chilwell, Azpilicueta, Ziyech, Kepa, Mount, Kovacic, Kante, Loftus-Cheek, Fofana. They are missing some big players. So realistically, Bournemouth have a really good chance here. Because Chelsea are missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 players. 10 players. And half of them start. Half of those players start. Ben Chilwell, he kind of starts. Azpilicueta, Ziyech, Kepa, Mount, Kovacic, Kante sometimes, and Loftus-Cheek. That is some players that are missing. So Bournemouth, they actually have a chance here, but Chelsea, I think they'll find a way. Chelsea 3, Bournemouth 0, 3-0 Chelsea. Okay then, and the second to last game is Manchester United versus Nottingham Forest at Old Trafford. Now, hold on. Man U versus Nottingham Forest results. When was the last Premier League meeting between Forest and United? Get rid of that. Scroll down. The last time these two teams played each other, the 6th of February 1999, Forest won, United 8. Not a good meeting at all. But last time they played each other in the league at Old Trafford, it was 3-0 to United. Forest, last time they beat... Wait, who is this based on? Oh, United. So last time Forest beat United was the 17th of December 1994. Forest won 2-1. That was the last time Forest beat United. And it was at Old Trafford as well. But to be honest, Forest, I don't think they have absolutely no chance, United, they actually look quite decent. And I know they're mainly missing Varane, Martinez, Sancho and Maguire. That's mainly the players they're missing. Forest are missing some big players. I think, Kouyaté, Gibbs White, Serge Aurier as well, and Hennessy. They've got no Dean Henderson, and they've got no Wayne Hennessy. They're missing 2 keepers. So Forest will have to play either Jordan Smith or Adam Knurich in goal. That is not going to end up well. So I'm sorry, United are winning this one. United 3, Forest 0. 3-0 to Manchester United. Okay then, and the final game of this game week is Leeds United versus Manchester City at Ellen Road. Now, to be honest, Leeds, it's not been good. Leeds, it's not really been that great in the last 2 meetings. Manchester City 7, Leeds 0. Leeds 0, Man City 4. Not good at all. In those 2 games, Leeds 0, City 11. That is not good. But to be fair, last time out against us, Leeds actually did well. I know we won, but they did well. And before that game against Tottenham, they beat Bournemouth and they beat Liverpool. So Leeds, if Ellen Road is rocking, Leeds could get a result here. City, last Premier League game, they lost to Brentford, so Leeds have a chance here. But to be fair, apparently they are missing some players. Apparently they got no Somerville, Lorente, Mallier, Harrison, Cooper, Sinistera, Mateus Kitch, Bamford, Rodrigo, Dallas, and Tyler Adams. They are pretty much starters, so that's a big loss for Leeds. So that's what I'm gonna go. Leeds 1, City. I don't know if they're real or not, but that's what I'm basing on. That's what I've seen. Ollie can tell me wrong, but yeah. Anyway, I'm going Leeds 1, City 3, 3-1 City. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to smash the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next Premier League predictions.